It's finally happening. June has ended, but most people don't realize what's truly unfolding. They expect July the 1st to feel like any other day, but it won't. Yes, the sun will rise, life will appear normal, but something in the air will feel different. Time may feel slower, your heartbeat steadier, more intentional. That's because the universe is shifting, activating a new cycle that's been in motion beneath the surface for a long time. This isn't just the start of a new month, it's the end of old energies and the rise of long-awaited potential. June completed a cycle of spiritual awakening, and July is the beginning of your most beautiful transformation yet. Believe it or not, this month, you will begin to build the life you've always dreamed of. Today, July the 1st, 2025, is not just a new day on the calendar. It is a special moment when an invisible frequency door opens. This door is only open to those who have let go of the burdens of the past. For those who still cling to the old, this transition will pass unnoticed. The moon is in Virgo today, and we are currently at the center of the Uttara Phalguni nakshatra. This is not an ordinary energy transition, it is a silent call from the universe. While everyone waits for a big sign from the sky, this energy opens its door only to those who are silent, who listen to their inner voice. Pay attention to what you feel today. Unexplainable inner stirrings, small vibrations, vague hopes. All of these are signs, because July is not just beginning, it is reminding you of something. If this message has reached you, it is no coincidence. This is a silent yet profound collision occurring at the heart of time. And if you are reading these words right now, it was meant to be heard now. Ask yourself this question: are you truly ready? Because it's not just those who notice this energy who will feel it, it's those who align with it. When tomorrow comes, you'll realize you weren't late. You had already remembered beforehand. Very soon, on the first day of July, we'll delve deeper into what awaits you spiritually and what you left behind in June. But first, if you want this awareness to reach you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write 707 in the comments. If there is someone you want to support on their spiritual journey, you can share this message with them too. Now, we are going deeper. Today is July 1st. However, the energy of this day is not limited to today alone. The moon is currently moving through Virgo and approaching the very heart of the Uttara Phalguni nakshatra. The sky is not shouting at you today. Instead, it is listening to you carefully. If you felt a small but inexplicable change in your breath, mind, or emotions this morning, don't dismiss it as imagination. The portal has not only opened, it has recognized you, and now it is watching you. Perhaps you have noticed it too. An old memory that suddenly pops into your mind, an energy that is invisible but whose presence you can feel, remembering a wound you experienced years ago. But this time, it is not the wound that is observing you, but you who are observing it. This is not chaos, it is spiritual alignment. As the moon passes through this constellation, it brings to the surface not the emotions that remain on the surface, but the feelings that have been forgotten and buried deep within. And now, everything that comes to the surface of your inner world is sacred. Uttara Phalguni is ruled by Aryaman, the god of friendship, responsibility, and spiritual contracts in Hindu mythology. This energy is more concerned with karmic bonds than ordinary relationships. It holds a deep sense of responsibility and honesty toward one's true self. That's why today you may feel both light and heavy, suddenly wanting to be alone, emotions rising for no reason, unexplained tears. The moment you say, "without reason," is actually the moment your soul remembers something you thought it had forgotten. But be careful. This month, the moon is in opposition to Saturn. This means that people will approach issues quite seriously and with a sense of responsibility. Moreover, Saturn is in an unusual position during this period. It is in conjunction with Neptune. Therefore, there may be complex, vague, and sometimes misleading views on the issues at hand. Clarity may be difficult, and reality may become mixed with fantasy. Nevertheless, the Uttara Phalguni nakshatra is not a bad thing. On the contrary, it is associated with the formation of friendships and people coming together. I really like this nakshatra because, during this period, people can be more understanding of others' gossipy or critical sides. This fosters deeper empathy and patience in relationships. Today's message doesn't come from what's happening in the outer world. It comes from what's becoming active within. And such spiritual awakening doesn't always feel powerful. Sometimes it's the opposite. It comes as fragility, emptiness, and uncertainty. That's where the door is. When the surface cracks, the signal seeps in. Right now, the universe isn't expecting you to do anything. It just wants you to notice the thought that crosses your mind, the person you suddenly remember, the subtle shift in the energy of the room. Today, the signs will come not loudly, but quietly, in a glance, a word, a momentary pause. This is the beginning of a remembrance. It is quiet but clear. When the moon shines in the silence of Uttara Phalguni, it illuminates not only the sky, but also the next clue in the story. If you can remain calm enough, you will receive it. If you don't feel productive today, don't worry. This is not a productivity test, but an awareness test, to feel what others miss, to hear what others don't hear. Because those whispers are a map. And today, those who hear those whispers are not just living a day, they are transitioning to a new vibrational field. This first day of July doesn't just begin with an inner remembrance. There's a powerful alignment in the sky. This alignment invites you to confront the most sensitive corners of your heart. This isn't an ordinary transition. It's the energy of confronting reality, an invitation to ask, why did I step back? The universe is telling you now, stop leaving yourself wounded. Perhaps there is a feeling you have carried within you for years, feeling unseen, thinking you are unworthy of love, a sense of worthlessness. Perhaps there is still an unresolved knot in a relationship, a family bond, or in your relationship with yourself. Today, that knot may make itself felt, perhaps with a word, perhaps with a glance, or simply with the unease within you. But this unease is a sign of a cleansing door, because with Mercury and Neptune coming together, the fragility you've been hiding can no longer be concealed. Moreover, this is not meant to weaken you, but to elevate you to a higher frequency from where you are. This conjunction is also a gateway to healing communication. However, this love does not come from outside, but from within yourself. If your eyes fill with tears when you look in the mirror today, if an old pain rises within you, or if the thought of forgiving someone arises, then you are experiencing this effect, because Neptune is opening the door to divine forgiveness. But first, it wants you to answer honestly. Why does it still hurt? How should you work with this energy? First, don't suppress any of your feelings today. You may find yourself feeling tired, fragile, or inexplicably sad. These feelings are not there to harm you, but to heal you. Allow them to be there. See the broken pieces in your heart without hiding them. The Mercury-Neptune conjunction is telling you, healing comes not from being strong, but from truly feeling. If you want to write something tonight, write. If you want to confront an issue, talk to yourself first. And if you feel like crying, don't hold back, because sometimes tears are the soul's return to itself. The greatest lesson to be learned from this conjunction is this: compassion is not just something to be shown to others. The compassion you show to your own broken pieces is the magic that changes your destiny the most. And today, the sky is saying exactly that. If there is still an unfinished story in your heart, this Mercury-Neptune conjunction has come not to end it, but to transform it. The moon is in Virgo, and it is no coincidence that it occurs on the same day as the Mercury-Neptune conjunction. One activates inner attention, the other activates imagination and intuition. When these two energies combine, true inner freedom emerges. Because only by accepting the wound can you overcome it. Every inner turmoil you experience today is actually leading you to the door of a closed dimension. You are there now. You are at the threshold, and the only thing you need to do to step inside is to surrender to your true feelings with sincerity. July doesn't just want you to face this angle, it also says, this time, don't leave the past in the past. Give it meaning. Then you will be free. Every emotion you experience with this sky angle can actually be the beginning of healing. But remember, the key to healing is not in others, it is in you. And every healing process begins with a call to return. What you experience today isn't just about today, it's a call from the past. Unfinished sentences, suppressed emotions, and unresolved memories may knock on your door again today because the Mercury-Neptune conjunction illuminates not only the present but also the past. An emotion you feel today may be an echo of a moment you experienced years ago. Perhaps a feeling you suppressed, couldn't express, or wasn't understood is now surfacing to be resolved. Most people retreat at this point. They ask, why now? But the answer is simple, because you are ready. Even if the mind doesn't notice when a door opens at the energy level, the soul wants to gather everything left behind. That's why today, past relationships, unfinished conversations, or people you wonder, why do they still come to mind, may re-enter your life. This is no coincidence. It is the process of closing open files in the energy field. July the 1st is not just a calendar date. The first day of July is the echo of a universal call back. And today we are experiencing a realignment, not only physically, but also spiritually. This day bears the mark of a time when every open file, every unfinished story in the energy field rises to the surface to be resolved. And this is definitely not a coincidence. Throughout June, many people believe they have completed their spiritual awakening. But here is the truth that is not being told. July is not just a new month. It is actually the gateway where true transformation begins and lasting changes take root. June may be the harbinger of awakening, but July is the time to confront the essence of awakening and bring it into life. June prepared you, strengthened you, tested you. July is what will truly transform you. This month, the deepest layers of your soul are being stirred. It's not just superficial changes. The very foundations of your existence are being shaken. The old wounds you carry within you, the forgotten pains, the unfinished stories are coming to the surface. This can create turmoil and unrest. But remember, the purest water comes from the deepest currents. July is a month of cleansing for you. Old patterns, limiting beliefs and behaviors that no longer serve you will begin to dissolve under the influence of this month. This process can be painful because it is a journey into the unknown. However, this journey will liberate you. It will allow you to reconnect with your own light. Many people think that spiritual awakening is limited to moments of enlightenment. Yet, true awakening manifests itself in daily life, in relationships, and in choices. July is the time when this awareness reflects in life. The changes within you begin to align with the realities of the outer world. Throughout this month, your relationships with those around you may deepen or be tested. Old friendships, family ties, and even your relationship with yourself may take on a new dimension. Some bonds may break, while others may strengthen. In any case, those who find their place in your heart will remain. Those who need to leave will go. July confronts you with yourself. This confrontation can sometimes be challenging because sometimes our greatest enemies are ourselves. However, this month also offers you an opportunity to learn to be kind to yourself. Accepting the fractures within yourself is the first step toward healing them. Forgiving yourself is the door to the freedom of your soul. During this process, you may experience emotional ups and downs. Fears, anxieties, and even feelings of hopelessness may arise. These are part of your spiritual transformation. Instead of suppressing them, try to understand and accept them, because only by fully experiencing your emotions can you experience true transformation. July is also a powerful energy for new beginnings. It supports you in leaving the past behind and taking steps toward the new. Review your plans, clarify your goals, and take bold steps. The universe will open the appropriate doors to encourage you in this regard. This month, feel the support of your spiritual guides, angels, and the universe. Be open to their guidance. Make time for meditation, spending time in nature, and listening to your inner voice. This will give you strength and wisdom. As the moon moves toward the center of the Uttara Phalguni nakshatra, the deep inner world of this nakshatra also comes into motion. This constellation is associated with pleasure, peace, and inner harmony. However, it is also a passageway where neglected emotions are recalled and energies that we have previously suppressed but still have an effect on us rise to the surface. At this point, the old self is demanding one last response from you. Every emotion and thought you experience today is a call for closure. Many people ask, "Why am I feeling so intense?" But the real question is, were you aware of these emotions that you had previously suppressed? Because the soul never forgets what has been suppressed. The energy gateway. The moon has found today has opened to bring together the forgotten pieces. This is a moment of reunion. The scattered mind, divided energy, forgotten heart messages, all of them are returning to you. This is not chaos. It is a process of realignment. But the truth is this: such energy transformations often feel like tests. Today you may think, "Why am I constantly trying but getting stuck?" At this point, you must understand that this is not your fault. This energy is pushing you to close the previous cycle before starting something new. You must be sure that the old thing is completely over. July 1st brings this energy. Now, finish completely. Turn to yourself. If there are people, events, or situations in your life that are currently shaking you up, these are not coincidences. They are energies that have found you to bring resolution. Running away from them means being condemned to walk the same path for longer. Today's energy is calling you to confront them. Everything you run away from will find you because you are now ready for this confrontation. The vibration brought by the first day of July is not just a test, it is also an energy of choice, because on such days you either become aware or you get lost. The moon's soft yet deep influence either draws you in or leaves you out. Those who consciously navigate this transition are evident not only in their actions but also in their vibrations. And yes, the universe is recording this. Remember, today is not a to-do list day. Today is a feel, notice, complete day. This is not a warning. It is a reminder. The spiritual dimensions are very clear. Those who capture this feeling will be able to rebuild their energy throughout July. For those who miss it, the same cycle will continue to be exhausting and challenging. So why do some people notice these cycles while others remain stuck at the same point? What is the real difference? Today, I have a secret to share with you. Consciousness first receives approval at the spiritual level, then moves into the physical world. So, if something isn't going right, the reason isn't external circumstances, but a lack of internal approval. And here's the interesting part. Today is the day when these inner approvals are being rewritten. The sky isn't just in transition, it's also observing your transition. Have you ever had to let go of something for no apparent reason? Have you ever felt a sudden urge to stop when everything was going smoothly? Or the opposite, made a sudden decision and moved forward quickly when nothing was ready? These are the moments when the energetic transition gates are activated. And today, July 1st, is one of those moments. But the difference is this. Today, it is not your choice, but your soul's choice that is active. Therefore, old habits and safe connections that hinder your growth may resurface. This is not a test. It is an offer, an invitation asking, do you truly want to let go now? And now, here it can be something very personal. Maybe a dream, maybe that familiar yet inexplicable feeling that fills you when you wake up in the morning. Maybe someone calls you unexpectedly. Maybe a song, a photo, or a place comes to mind. These are not coincidences. They are the echoes of the still open doors in the energy field. When you suddenly feel a strong emotion about someone you haven't thought about in a long time, don't suppress it. It's not about you. It's about an unresolved knot. And the solution is very simple. Notice it, feel it, and let it go. Because if you don't let it go today, July will force you to let it go. But this time, it will be much more intense, much more challenging. If you feel like calling someone today, perhaps there is unfinished business between you. Or if there is a place you want to go, a part of your soul is still there. Never underestimate these inner calls, these intuitive urges. Because the guidance you feel in the first days of July will be your spiritual compass. These intuitions are speaking to you. All you have to do is listen to them carefully. Now, I want to remind you of a very old piece of wisdom. The most effective way to work with spiritual energies is to make space. That is, to create space in your mind and heart. Today is an ideal time to organize your old belongings, let go of things you no longer use, and release anything you've accumulated over the years that no longer serves you. Because the universe can only send new energy when it sees space. Spiritual laws work like physical laws. A full space cannot receive new energy. As you purify and expand, you make space for the new. According to ancient Vedic wisdom, the first week of the new moon is the energy cleansing week. That's why burning sage at home, taking a saltwater shower, and consciously gazing at the morning sun are very important, because the inner preparation during these first days determines the vibration of the rest of July. The simpler and cleaner you are, the higher your energy will be. This process is not only physical but also spiritual purification. It is a unique opportunity to free yourself from the chaos in your mind, release old thoughts and beliefs, and lighten the burdens on your heart. After this cleansing, the ground is prepared for new energies and fresh beginnings. The energy of July supports this process of purification and renewal. A period is beginning in which old patterns are broken, your heart is lightened, and you are approaching your true self. During this period, you can rebuild the balances in your life by increasing your awareness. Be patient throughout your journey and be kind to yourself. Because every transformation process takes time and is sometimes fraught with difficulties. But always remember, the light within you never leaves you. It's your constant guide. So today, give yourself permission to make space, release the weight of the past, clear your heart and quiet your mind. Only then can you fully welcome the new opportunities the universe is sending your way and step into the positive transformation that awaits. Thank you for watching. Until next time.